Ladies and gentlemen.
Side of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, 50, plant.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
Big grip,
Off the play fake, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, orbit.
On third down, Lawrence. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they can.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. A first down throw for Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. He's got Smith here. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
180!
54! It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he's to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Makes the score Saints 21. Vikings nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. Hey. 4 down. 17, guys.
Here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now, 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, seam 6. Now.
From the gun, Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down.
Let's go. 10-2 start.
You better be a first down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
From the 24, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Cross 61, matchbox light.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
That's trash. That's trash. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5.
Hey, box trot, box trot.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Lawrence looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Hey, zoom. Zoom.
Throwing again, Lawrence. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
42's the mark, 42's the mark. Who that? Who that? 42's the mark.
On first down, Lawrence. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Watkins that time, and now it's 3rd down.
It's up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Thomas has got it, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 22. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins to throw it. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Cousins on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And the Vikings first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Third and long for Cousins. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Again, it's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ricky.
2nd and 9 now. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Down. 18 Gator.
Mike 27. So we got man.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Go set. 60 or.
Double time. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
18 Gator.
Hey, let's get this.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. This is caught. Watkins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
10-2 soft.
27. I'm going to run you over.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, check 20.
Hey, wahoo. 2.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split second too late on the release. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, check Mike 27.
Get it.
From the gun, Lawrence. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
47's the mic.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little long. Normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Come on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, here's Kamara. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Looking to throw. Lawrence going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Cousins from the gun on third. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
Let's go, defense. Out time. Come on, 54.
Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he finds Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready?
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Running with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether